Ok, hola estudiantes. Hoy en clase vamos a hablar del verbo ir. So today we're going to be talking about the verb ir in class. So we got a couple of things I want you to be able to do here with the verb ir. This is a new verb for some of you. The first thing I'd like you to be able to do is walk out of here being able to correctly conjugate the verb, meaning write all of the forms. We're going to learn that ir has a couple of different uses. I want you to be able to use the verb ir to express where you or others are going in Spanish. And then lastly, we're going to learn an expression ir on infinitive, and we're going to use this to describe the activities that you or others are going to do in Spanish. So I want you to be able to do all three of these things. So walk out of here conjugating, use the verb ir, and use ir on infinitive. Now you're going to notice that one of the expressions you're supposed to know for this class is puedo ir al baño. Can I, ir, go to the bathroom? So the thing that we're going to learn today is that ir means to go. An ir is an irregular verb, es un verbo irregular. Las formas del verbo son irregulares. So here we go. The yo form of ir is voy. The to form is vas. El usted va. Nosotros vamos. Vosotros, vosotras vais. And ellos, ellas, ustedes es van. Now keep in mind, señores, recuerden que en español el sonido de la A es como A. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Okay. Vamos a pronunciar van como van. Okay. Estas formas no llevan acentos. No hay acentos. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Okay. So the first use. Vamos a aprender dos usos, two uses del verbo usar, excuse me, del verbo ir hoy en clase. El primer uso es para expresar a dónde van. We're going to express where people go. En español. We're going to express where people go. So we're going to use this format. Vamos a usar este formato. Una forma de ir más a. En a, recuerdan, significa to. And then después un lugar, a place. Entonces vamos a usar esta fórmula para expresar a dónde van unas personas. So let's do a couple together. So if I want to say, I'm going to the cafeteria. Recuerda, vamos a usar esta fórmula. Una forma de ir más a más place. So we're going to say, yo voy, so forma de ir a, and then the name of the place, el lugar, la cafetería. I am going to the cafeteria. Okay. Mi amiga Amelia va, so there's the form of ir, más a, there's a, y ahora el lugar, the place, la clase de ciencia, science class. All right, and lastly, los estudiantes van al gimnasio. Now, a couple of you are going to be asking why, ¿por qué tenemos la palabra al? Recuerden. So we had for this sentence, van a, and then lugar, place. So el gimnasio. Cuando tenemos la combinación a más el, combinamos a al. Entonces los estudiantes van al gimnasio. Okay. Al significa entonces to the. So essentially, esa frase significa the students go to the bath or to the gym. Okay. So vamos a practicar juntos. Recuerden, vamos a usar ir más a más place. Okay. So I go to the hallway. So vamos a usar este formato. I go is yo voy to the hallway. So to is a, and then the hallway en español es el pasillo. El problema es que tenemos a más el. Entonces vamos a combinar a y el y vamos a formar al. Entonces la respuesta correcta es yo voy al pasillo. And how did I get that? This is just a direct reflection de esta fórmula. Ir más a más place, a más el es al. Okay. Número dos, you all go to the cafeteria. Vamos a usar este formato. You all go is vosotros vais to a la cafeteria. We don't have to worry about any a más el combinations, so we're done. Vosotros vais a la cafeteria. And then lastly, you formal go to the library. You formal, usted, voy vas va, vamos vais van, va to a la biblioteca. Done. Pretty easy. Okay. Ahora vamos a aprender de las acciones en el futuro. So if you want to say, I am going to do something, vamos a usar esta fórmula. Ir más a más infinitivo. Okay. Recuerden, señores, los infinitivos, we've talked a little bit about this, son las formas originales del verbo, the original forms of the verb. And estos terminan en AR, ER, IR. So hablar is an infinitive, it ends in AR. Comer is an infinitive, termina en ER. Escribir, un infinitivo, termina en IR. AR, AR, ER. Those are all infinitives. So vamos a usar este formato ir más a más infinitivo to describe someone that is going to do something. Okay? And all we do, este formato es fácil. We have one step. And basically, usando este formato, vamos a conjugar este verbo. Es la única cosa. It's the only thing we're going to do is going to conjugate that form of ir. So if I say, yo voy a comer helado, that essentially means the subject is yo. I am going to eat ice cream. Yo voy a jugar al fútbol. I am going to play football. Now keep in mind, you can also switch this form of ir. So you could say, nosotros vamos a beber refrescos. We are going to drink refreshments, or we are going to study for the test. Okay, it depends on what you want to say, but you need to understand we only conjugate that form of ir, and then we follow, seguimos el formato, we follow the format a infinitive. We leave the infinitive alone. You do not conjugate the second part. Okay, so vamos a practicar un poquito. Recuerden, vamos a usar Ir más a más infinitivo. Okay, so if I want to say I'm going to study in Spanish class, going to conjugate the verb ir en la forma de yo. Yo is the subject, so yo voy a estudiar. Voy a estudiar en la clase de español. Essentially, conjugated that verb, left the estudiar as an infinitive. Leave it alone. You all are going to rent a DVD tomorrow. Vosotros vais a alquilar un DVD. Leaving this alone. Tomorrow en español es mañana. So again, make sure the infinitive stays an infinitive. This is all staying infinitive, leaving it alone. Don't touch it. Okay? And then, essentially what we're doing is vamos a conjugar el verbo depende del sujeto. Okay? So, conjugated, conjugated, conjugated. All right, número tres. The teachers are going to teach well. So the teachers in español, los profesores or maestros. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. We're going to use van. En español, para decir la palabra to teach, enseñar, and then well, ¿cómo estás hoy? Estoy bien, I'm doing well. So voy, van a enseñar bien. Remember, form of ir, la forma de ir, leave the a, and then, here's your infinitive. Okay, leave the infinitive alone. Okay, so just to recap. Do a little review here. Remember, we use ir a in place to describe where people are going. We conjugate this verb ir, a, and then we put the place. So if we have to say where we're going, we follow this format. Voy a la cafeteria. But if we have a masculine location within the building, we have to say a más el, and that becomes al. Don't forget that the forms of ir are voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, and van. Okay. So I go to the hallway. Yo voy al pasillo. We're combining a and el. When we have a feminine object afterwards, we don't need to do that. Then don't forget we use ir infinitive to describe what we're going to do or what other people are going to do. We simply conjugate the ir, leave the a alone, leave the infinitive alone. An infinitive is a word that ends in ar, er, or ir. And then remember, we just simply follow this format. Infinitives are infinitives. Leave them alone. Okay? All right. So I'm going to put this presentation on Blackboard. Pueden ver la presentación en Blackboard. Si tienen preguntas, por favor, levanten la mano. Y gracias.